How quick will he be? He's stretching away now. Isn't he beautiful to watch? He did switch off. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy!
Gout Gout has just made a major move, and it says everything about who he is. The 18-year-old sprinting sensation from Queensland, Australia, is already being called the next big thing in athletics. After signing a huge sponsorship deal with Adidas, worth over $6 million, £4 million, he made his first big purchase. And no, it wasn't a flashy car or a designer watch. Gout Gout bought a new home for his family in West Brisbane. At just 17 years old, he fulfilled one of his biggest dreams. "It's definitely a privilege being able to provide back to my family what they've given to me," he told Nova FM. "As you get older, one of your dreams is buying your parents a house or buying your parents a car or things of that nature. And I've done one of those things. The house cost £4.4 million. And the gesture has touched fans around the world." Gout said, "I'm definitely proud of myself for sure, and sometimes it's a pinch yourself moment for sure, knowing that I'm literally just 17, turning 18, and I've already done these great things." Let's break it down. This teenager, who not long ago shared a bedroom with his older brother, is now one of the fastest rising stars in global track and field. Gout Gout's story begins in Ipswich, Queensland, where he was born on the 29th of December 2007 to South Sudanese parents who had fled conflict before settling in Australia. One of 7 children, Gout grew up balancing school, family, and sport. He first played soccer before committing fully to athletics, a decision that quickly changed his life. By his early teens, his speed set him apart nationally. He broke Australian age group records, earned selection for international championships, and steadily progressed from youth races to senior global competition, marking him as one of Australia's most exciting sprint prospects. And with his Adidas contract, he had offers on the table from other top brands like Nike and Puma, but chose Adidas, who secured the deal when he was just 16 years old, and he's not spending recklessly. In fact, his first car was a humble Hyundai i30. When asked about that choice, Gout explained, "It's a nice car, and I like the way it looks. And it's a good car for being on my P-plates. Obviously, you can't drive anything crazy, but I have a car I can go to training with, go to school with, pick up my mates in, things like that. It's just a simple little car, and something that has a good fuel economy as well. That kind of maturity is rare. And it shows." Gout's coach, Di Shepherd, who has trained him for 4 years, talked about how they keep grounded. "For us to go to the top, we're still a long way from there, and because we know that's our end goal, we don't get too wrapped up into the good things that come. They're stepping stones, and that's how I've tried to teach Gout. There's no clear path up. It's a big hit, not just on the track, but off it too." His story is inspiring young athletes across Australia and beyond. Gout's rise began with eye-popping speed. He broke Peter Norman's long-standing Australian 200-meter record, clocking in at 20.02 seconds, and he did it before turning 18. That came after an even earlier jaw-dropper when he broke Usain Bolt's under-16 world best with a time of 20.04 at the Australian All-Schools Championships. His performances haven't gone unnoticed. Gout made his World Championships debut in Tokyo, running the 200 meters and becoming the youngest sprinter ever to compete in that event on that stage. He narrowly missed out on the final, but proved he belonged among the world's best. Now, he's laser-focused on what comes next, the 2026 Commonwealth Games and the World Junior Championships. And beyond that, he's looking at the Olympics, Los Angeles 2028, and a possible home games in Brisbane in 2032. He has the speed, the mindset, and the support to go all the way. The comparisons to sprint legend Usain Bolt are real, and they're not just fan hype. Former Olympian Jane Fleming once said, "There's a 16-year-old sprinter up in Queensland called Gout Gout, who if I've ever seen anybody run like Usain Bolt and be built like him, he is it. He's broken our national under-18 record, and he is only 16. Have a Google of this guy and watch him run. He is built like Usain Bolt, and he runs like him. He is also running not dissimilar times to what Bolt did at the same age in Jamaica." Even Usain Bolt himself has weighed in on Gout's potential. Speaking about the young sprinter, Bolt said, "Definitely, I think the talent that he's showing when I was young is the same thing. And this is why I'm trying to advise him to be very careful in transition, because I had a tough time transitioning into the senior level. So finding the right people, finding the right coach that could transition into the senior level is key. He has a great future. If he gets everything right, his future is going to be bright. Let's be honest. When Usain Bolt is talking about you like that, the world is watching. Still, what makes Gout Gout so unique isn't just the times he posts on the track. It's his character, his Adidas deal, his car choice, and now this home purchase all show who he is. He could have gone for the flash, the fame, the fast lane, but instead, he chose family. The house in West Brisbane is more than just a gift, it's a statement. Gout is showing that success doesn't have to change your values. Instead, it can strengthen them. He's now on Forbes Australia's 30 under 30 list. He holds national records. He's signed to one of the biggest brands in sports. And he just changed his family's life. So what comes next? The 2026 season will tell us a lot. Gout is still developing physically and technically, but with his current trajectory, discipline, and support system, he could soon be among the fastest men on the planet. And as Bolt said, the transition to senior level can be tough, but Gout has something that not every prodigy does: patience, humility, and perspective. He's also focused on improving his 100 meters. His coach and team are mapping out the year with big goals in mind. They're not rushing, they're building. This year, Gout is expected to compete in several key international meets, giving him more exposure against top-level talent. These races will not only prepare him for future major championships, but also test how he adapts to pressure. His team believes these experiences are vital for long-term growth. Off the track, Gout is also gaining recognition as a role model. Many young athletes and fans in Australia are inspired by his journey, from humble beginnings to national headlines. His decision to prioritize his family, to stay grounded, and to focus on the long game has resonated deeply with people of all ages. Gout is also working with youth athletic organizations to promote sport and healthy living in underrepresented communities. He's using his platform not just to run, but to uplift. Coaches, fans, and sponsors alike have taken note of his leadership off the track, calling it wise beyond his years. He's even begun mentoring other young athletes at local clubs, sharing tips on mindset, routine, and how to handle early success with humility. That kind of leadership is rare in someone so young, and it's making a difference. From sharing a bedroom with his brother to buying a £4.4 million house for his family. From running barefoot at school to outpacing records once set by Usain Bolt. From humble beginnings to headline-making deals. That's Gout Gout. He made an announcement with his actions, not his words, and it speaks louder than any medal. What do you think? Can Gout go all the way to Olympic gold? Will he break more records? Let us know in the comments. Drop your thoughts, predictions, and questions. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this, because Gout Gout's journey is just getting started.